This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I came on behalf of the Jedi Council.
The council? If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Santos are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
In the name of the Council, I demand you let me in.
Very well. We wish no trouble with the Jedi Council. Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurek will meet with you there.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me.
I want to ask you about the disappearance of... I'm here on behalf of the Jedi Council. I'm investigating the disappearance of Shin Matali.
I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't trust him.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
Who are you?
My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cass has disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Cass has disappeared?
Yes, Cassis was my brother. He was working on archaeological digs here in Dantooine when he disappeared. My father blamed Alan Matale and his son. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Judge him, what has your father done?
You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Just tell me. Quit stalling and get to the point.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No! Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
I must tell the council at once.
The Jedi Council does not have the authority to search our estate, and if father finds out his secret has been revealed, he might kill Shen right away. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
Why do you care about Shin?
Shen and I, we have been taught by our families to hate each other, just for being related to our fathers. But I met Shen alone one day in the city, away from his father, and Shen was so charming, so sweet. He didn't care at all that I was a Sandral. He just accepted me for who I was, with no reservations. We talked and met again over months and fell in love. My brother Cassis met him too, and they were beginning to become friends. But then this whole mess had to happen. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Yes?
Let's make this quick. The Force fights with me!
Please, find Shen. There are many... Please.
Shall eat your butt walker, bitch.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
I'm here to rescue you, Shen.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
I'll protect you, Shen. Let's go.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
How can I get you to come with? If you don't come with me, I'll drag you out.
If you do that, I'll scream my head off and alert all the guards in the house. The only chance you have is to talk Rahasia into leaving. If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Why do your families hate each other so much?
My father thinks the Sandrals are thieves and liars who followed him here to Dantooine just to steal what he's earned for himself. My father is an egotist and can be violent at times, but I think he still cares for me. Rahasia's father seems to be falling into the same pattern as mine. They're both too unreasonable to be talked to about the other. I think the only hope Rahasia and I will ever have is if we can escape both of them. Please, find Rahasia and speak to her. Get her to flee this place with me.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
I'm trying to rescue Shen, but he won't leave without you.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Ooh, I love that. I want flurry, then but I want Jedi defense. I need toughness as well. And also implants. Just get that.
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahasia?
Yeah, she promised she would meet us outside the gates.
I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia! Well, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
Shin's father promised me a reward.
What? You're just doing this for the reward?
How could you? I thought you...
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandro!
Nurik!
Alan!
I knew this was all your doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Don't make me intervene in this.
We never asked for your help, Jedi. Do not press in matters that do not concern you.
This is an internal affair for my family, and is none of your concern.
You should not interfere with our private business, Jedi. This will be resolved very shortly.
Your children should be allowed to live their own lives.
My son doesn't know his head from his backside. I am the only one qualified to be making his decisions for him, and I say that he leave with me right now.
No, I won't. I can choose my own path.
Shen, how dare you?
I am tired of you controlling my life. I love Rahasia and I want to be with her forever.
And I want to stay with Shen forever, Father.
You may want to reconsider this.
You don't know what you're getting into, Shen. Do you want to start a war here?
I will never let Raheisha leave me.
I suppose I should have seen it from the beginning. That our hopeless romance would be doomed to failure.
Please, Shen, it doesn't have to end this way.
Yes, it does. It would never work. Our families are too different.
Shen! No!
This is for the best.
Shen, wait! I love you!
Don't say that to me, Rahesia. Let's try to stay calm, rational. We both know it wouldn't work. Let's not get all emotional and end up hating each other.
Sometimes you have to make hard decisions.
Yes, and I thank you for showing me what I had to do. I'm ready to leave now, Father.
Let's go home, then. Here is your reward, Jedi, for your assistance. This isn't over, Sandrels. I will take this affront directly before the Jedi Council and see you exiled from this world.
Shen, no!
Come inside, Raheisha. Let's get the stink of that Matale dog off you.
I'm here.
What?
Yes?
I mean, that might not be the best, you know. Ending for that mission. But I think family's important, and family is more important than love. Might just be me though. But usually when I went against my family, when I liked someone, I ended up them. Never turned out well.
There.
Sharti King Watawama Mulira. Yuma Lipa Ak Inko Kun. Da Hopa Botenya Go Juju Biti.
I need to go get more water. What language is that? What are you trying to say? I still don't understand you.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
I recognize this language.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
What are you and why are you here? How long have you been here?
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
Who are these builders you keep talking about?
'These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy.
He's talking about the
They never
Rakata?
constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Something must have happened to wipe out the builders. Maybe not the Rakata. Because the builders built the Star Forge. You have no idea? Have you seen a builder recently? 'What is the Star Forge? What does it do?
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Could have been a factory or a weapons plant.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Star Forge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Where can we find Star Forge?
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
How can I prove myself worthy?
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
What?
I'm here.
Yes?
Alright, attempt to slice the ancient system. Alright, take the bottom of the computer. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent and screen black. Few extremely unusual characters then appears on the screen. Press button. Insert the datapad into the receptacle. Computer seems to be interfacing with your datapad. The screen goes black again and then More familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. Press a button. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Your datapad is released from the receptacle, and the machine goes silent for a moment, flickering to life again. Data entered complete. Language analysis complete. Continue. Alright. I identified 3 primary life-giving seed worlds. I'm gonna say grassland, oceanic, arboreal, breaking life seal.
You cannot win.
That'll show them.
You cannot win. There, take that.
That'll show them. You're dead.
So be it.
That'll show them.
Yes?
Yes?
Talk to the computer. Insert your datapad. Talk. Identify the 3 primary death-giving seed world types: desert, volcanic, and barren.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
What are you talking about?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves. But we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
Still don't understand about the Starforge. What does it do?
I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manaan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data. and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Perhaps those worlds have more clues.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun. How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I think you're interested in more than just the bond between us.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relationship is kind of clumsy, come on.
I was referring to the bond we share. The one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Okay, I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a hot and human form, plotting to overthrow the Republic. I was a scout. The fleet recruited me for my skills.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Dorelia? It's a remote system 1.
Excellent. Your current age is?
Wasn't all this in my service record?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taris. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this. How can I help?
You have something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Well, your face is all scrunched up like a pub. Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. Whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
You could warn me if I do some bad. Blink once for dark side, blink twice for light. What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Already you exhibit the kind of willfulness, erratic behavior, and lack of compassion that will lead you to corruption. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
I will try.
That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There's great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
I won't do anything to hurt you.
I believe you truly mean what you say, for now. But sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I appreciate any advice you could... any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission. How can I help? Then I suggest we...
Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
What are these? Entrance panel. much health I'm missing. It does that much damage? Unless I'm missing more health than it can recover. I think.
What?
What?
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
We found an incomplete star map and mention of something called Starforge.
This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manaan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
I'm ready to do the Council's will.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
My understanding of take this... Am I to undertake this task alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
There are others who want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come.
Okay.
They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You count on me.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, A warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
After playing through this game once, you can kind of pick up hints they're dropping. You know what I mean.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Ba mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabest.
My discussions with council are none of your business.
Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulira chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
What are you talking about?
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Ba mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabest. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukunne mule rabes.
What makes these creatures so dangerous?
Kachikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukunne mule rabes.
Sounds like they're extinct.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Ba mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabest. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira.
Bring a hunt. What's that?
Kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulira chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. We ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektek. Shatung ni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule donke. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukunne mule rabes.
So the Jedi just killed these creatures?
Kachikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mule rachikun. Slimo po donar rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chi kun. Slimo po donar rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Wi ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektik. Shotung ni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule tonke. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wano kun bez ching palamule tonking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
Why? What's so special about these three?
Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chi kun. Slimo po donar rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tonking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Wi ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandektik. Shotung ni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule donke. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chi kun. Slimo po donar rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Thanks for the warning.
Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chi kun. Slimo po donar rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta. Runda jidabka. Jidaba. Mut.
Yeah. Well, use Parth really, so. Can't talk to much until we find her brother. Can't talk to them too. The only person we could really talk to is Park. Oh, and Jelani.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before, in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
You thought the dark side had consumed you. It's not.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Don't worry, Johnny, I forgive you.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How did you become a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
Yes, please continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
Where did you live?
The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Did you meet a Jedi?
Yes. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored.
Enamored?
They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
If I see you beginning to slip, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about?
No.
Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Okay. So that's everything for her.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I just want to talk to you.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
I'm always up. I just want to know you don't distrust me so much.
What does it matter that much? Why can't you just leave it be? I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons, which are my own.
But we have to work together, Kara, so it's plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
What do I have to do with Malak and Revan?
It's not that, that's not what I mean. There were others, good, solid, trusted men who joined them. Malak and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
You say that with such hatred.
I know, and I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... no, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it. Yes, what's on your mind?
No, never mind.
You got it.
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi Strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
But so who killed Revan then? That's not what I heard.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
So Malak did... So Malik did your job for you.
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malik were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please. How can I help?
I'd like to know more about you, Bastila.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Tell me how you joined the Jedi.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
Why?
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
You aren't allowed to love?
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things.
You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
Weren't you close with?
I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken.
You never tried to get in touch with them again?
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
You sound very sad when you say that.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission. How can I help? Then I suggest we move...
Lord Malik, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malik. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malik. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Callow. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me, there is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Callow has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
How did he escape Terrace? We took the ship. The ceiling fell on him. And Terrace was bombarded, destroyed by Malak. How the hell did he escape? Not right, what do you mean? Food service seems to have been disturbed recently. No one in the party have been done that. Examine the supplies more closely. Okay. I think we just walk around the ship. Missions. Oh, I guess this is like storage. You're gonna go first. Cargo hold.
Kipuna, Bonana Kichu.
What are you doing here?
Selima Wanga Kunbikin.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Mucho Shakapaka.
I still don't understand you.
Mucho Shakapaka.
Can you tell me your name? Point yourself. My name's Threk Khazra. You are
Mucho Shakapaka.
Sasha. Your name's Sasha, right? Try to learn Sasha's strange language.
Tonki ba non tontek.
Many of the words you're speaking are Mandalorian.
Kipuna, Bonana Kichu.
Mandalori? That's your word for Mandalorian, so you do know them.
Selima wanga kun bikin. Tong ki
What's Esawon?
tong abuk shami no nok.
I see you or you see me?
Tong abuk shami no nok.
No, na Eswan is hide.
Tong ki ba non tontek. Selim
Bristage, what's that?
tong abuk shami no nok.
It's a thing, something around here.
Mucho shakapaka.
It means starship.
Tong abuk shami no nok.
Lacefa, everything's safe, is that it?
Tong ki ba non tontek.
The panel, that's what lace means.
Tong abuk shami no nok.
It's no, I don't understand.
Tong ki ba non tontek. Tong
It's sleep?
kipuna. Bona na kichu.
Home.
Kipuna. Bona.
Say something else.
Mucho shakapaka.
You said that before, what is it?
Mucho shakapaka.
Something about me, yes.
Tong
but what?
abuk shami no nok.
Something you like, yes. Means you like it?
Mucho shakapaka.
You like me, I understand.
Selima wanga kun bikin.
You said that when I first found you.
Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
That means hit.
Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
Is to hurt means not hurt, is that it?
Tong ki ba non tontek.
I understand no, I won't hurt you.
Tong ki ba non tontek.
What kind of word is that?
Tong abuk shami no nok.
It's part of the ship, a room?
Mucho shakapaka.
You mean food.
Selima wanga kun bikin. Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
The floor means floor?
Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
You're not speaking now. Means now is not.
Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
You want some food now, you're hungry.
Tong ki ba non tontek.
What do you mean?
Mucho shakapaka.
You want me to tell you a story about what? You want me to tell you a story?
Tong ki ba non tontek. Tong ki ba non tontek.
Communicate with Sasha in her language.
Mucho shakapaka.
Why are you hiding on my ship?
Selima wanga kun bikin.
You came to the ship before, you were very scared. Why?
Kipuna. Bona na kichu.
You left the Mandalorians and hid here on the ship?
Tong ki ba non tontek.
You don't want to leave the Evan Hawk.
Tong abuk shami no nok.
The Evan Hawk's not your home, Sasha. Not your first home, anyway.
Tong abuk shami no nok.
Tell me about your home before.
Tong ki ba non tontek.
Dantooine. Maybe someone on Dantooine remembers you. So we gotta drop this girl off in Dantooine. First, let's get off the ship and check out Yavin. Because I know all that's here is some person, like some shopping person, so let's see what we can buy. Um. Okay.
Yes?